But we just watched the Centurions, Max Ray. We just watched the Kenner Hurricane, and got the Joes. I pick up a little cheap Joe every once in a while. I wanted a Spirit, and I found me a Spirit. It's cheap enough, missing everything, but I wanted a Spirit. I have one. I was like, at the time, I just wasn't worried about his parts. So I just left him in the command G.I. Joe headquarters. But I thought it was time to, like I said in the other video, you get eBay gift cards for Christmas. Well, what do you want to? Do you want a project, or you want some parts, or you want some loose ends, to tie up? So I threw some gear. All I was worried about was his rifle and his backpack. So that's what I throw on my watch: a backpack and a rifle, and then it comes with a skirt, and then it comes with freedom. I found some with like the rifle and the skirt, or I found the backpack and the skirt, or I'd find it a cheap enough Spirit, the figure, and it comes with a couple parts. So I was like, well, I could always find something else to put the Spirit in. I could throw him in a tomahawk or something. So I found me a Spirit. I know he cleaned him, but I'm gonna look into him. He's got some cracks. He's got a crack in his neck. Then there's a crack on his arm. I'm gonna go ahead and pop him apart. I know I cleaned him. He should be ready to go, but I want to look at his O-ring. I can't remember if I just felt him and thought, yeah, he's good. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look now. Ain't too hard. Try to pop him apart here. I know he'd been replaced. It was really tight. It looked like it was replaced. It was a while ago. That O-ring once again is way too small. But I might as well go ahead and rock it. I am going to turn it. I'm about to turn it. You see the point? See all that pressure? I'm gonna replace it. Now, see it? Look at all that pressure pulling. Makes him way too tight. And that is going to eventually go. So I'm going to go get them O-rings and replace it. I guess I didn't take them apart. I've had it a while, so everything's in good shape. The vest decolors, the back decolors, but the pants are good. Crotch is good, arms are good. He could probably use a new chest. Yes, that's all that pressure. That has to be that pressure pulling. I guess his neck. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I got a bigger O-ring. I got a bigger O-ring. See what it is. The hook. And then his stomach. He's a loaded spring whenever that O-ring is too small. So it's pulling it down. So then the body wants to twist and lean. So then you put the screw in it to try to straighten up that lean. It's just it's one to pull itself apart this way and up and down. So it makes sense to me. Yeah, with that big crack in the chest, because that's that pressure. That was that pressure. Plus, it was too big. That pressure, it wants to pull him down, and then that wants to spread him apart also. So then that screw in this bag. Trying to hold hold him together. It's putting stress on all those plastics. Try and get his. It's very. I don't know. A very. I don't say feminine, but like, well, almost like a very feminine crotch section. Very, I don't know, it's very smooth and, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Try to get this in there. It wouldn't let me do it with the hook. I don't know if the hook might even be bent. Might be some of his problem too. Cause it wants to pull his front down. It's pulling his front down too. Then pulling the hook up. Well, we'll get him straightened out. Surely. Get it between the tabs. I'll take up a lot of the slack too. Yeah, there we go. I gotta go ahead and put his chest on. Yeah. Then I can go back. Get his head in place. Make sure. I don't know if he had a wristband. He had his wristbands. I might have to look at that. I could touch those up with Sharpie or something. Yeah, he's got these stripes on his shoulders. Almost looks like the same color as Chuckles. Yeah. Yeah. There. That, yeah, there she goes. That, Oh, no. Yeah, his T-bar's bent. So, he's got some hip. Ain't quite tight enough. I gotta look at it for a minute. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Plan B. Plan B. C. Plan D or E. That's what happens. Okay, I got my bag, my kit. It's bigger. Well, it's smaller. It's skinnier. The other two that I pulled off those are the same size. So I wondered if it was a kit. And I don't know if that thing, if it's just because it's an older figure, the hook, the T-hook. You can use a belly button or lip ring if you want to, I learned. But anyhow, I took some PTFE. Good stuff. It's good stuff. I went ahead and did the barbells. So they'll snug up the hips. And then I tore off. Hello? A square. Just tear you off a square. And I laid it over his knee pin. Just laid it over there. Then twisted with my fingers. And then slid his knee on. That one wasn't bad. But his left is pretty loose. So that should help that. Then one screw was rusty in his right leg. So just a little polish on the towel. And takes that right off. So now I'm going to put him back together. Well, get his legs back together anyhow. That's what happens. Like that Firefly. I had to completely rebuild his knee. So this here, shove that in there. This was this one. The rusty screw was on his right leg. I tried to see if I had like a different T-belt. that I could scrounge up or sacrifice from a different figure, but I decided against it. I had a couple leg sets. I got a Gung Ho and a Rakondo. They need crotches, but I didn't want to say. Maybe I'll come up with their crotches someday, so I didn't want to sacrifice those for this. And then there are some. I got a Road Pig, a G.I. Joe Road Pig, but no bits, and some Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter, the green guy with the red hair, and then the general guy, Raul Julian's character. I got them too, but the green guy is missing like a knee, like a leg. One of his legs is missing. So I don't know if this one's even gonna fit. I don't know if it matters which way his crotch goes. I don't think it does. That seems to work. Straighten him up. Now let's see how. I'm hoping this works, which I think. Yeah, I think it will. It'll work. Spirit. He was a pain, but I think we'll have him whipped. He'll be a little loose, but at least he won't want to. Not as loose as he was, and he won't want to grenade himself, in a couple of years. I gotta figure out what kind of wristbands he have. I haven't even got to the whole point. This turned out being a Spirit restoration video. Try to get him apart here without losing whatever he did. Yeah, he wants to go together. He wants to go back together. He wants to now, that's why. There. Is about all I can do with these mortal weapons. Mortal tools. There she goes. Alright. He has a swivel, he doesn't have no tilt. A little bit. Arms, how's his knees? As long as I can get him on the stand. Standing. He wasn't really wanting to. His knees weren't wanting to let him. So if I can get him to stand, yeah. That's kind of my test. I think that'll work. Now, I found a Spirit lot, but it sold like out from under me like the next day, which I knew it. I knew it wasn't going to be long because it was a pretty good deal. But I just went back, I looked a couple days later. Say, hold on. Well, this keeps getting better and better. I got his rifle. I got his bump stock. I didn't know that was detachable for storing, I guess. Anyhow, I got his crossbow arrow shooter. Say, what else did I get? Backpack. So far this is going to be very suited. Come on. I don't know the proper name for it, but I got his little Indian dress. Yeah, that looks good. This one looks good. This one was the one really I was worried about. And I got freedom, but no feet. But I have an idea for that, but I ain't gonna do it today. Yeah, freedom. His eagle. And I got his file card. So, $20 plus shipping. I got his card, his backpack, his Indian dress as in ceremonial dress, like, and I got his rifle in 2 pieces. So, step one, step one is to the kitchen, to the... I ain't gonna use that pumpkin spice latte on dish soap. I just squirted a bunch of soap down here on the sink. I just swirl it around on my brush. Just don't turn the water on if there's little pieces. Yeah, that's plenty of soap. Now I don't know about that gun, if I'm gonna... And there's like ink all over it too, so that's awesome. Am I going to use like Gorilla Glue gel, or am I going to try to use my plastic cement? I don't know if I don't know how I'm going to wash that buttstock, or even if this stuff will come off. Let's see. I don't know. At this point, I ain't really worried about it. the buttstock on it broke off. Kind of more my interest right at the moment. I think it's coming, but my brush can't get into them details like that. I'll turn that off. See what I can do with this. Okay, it stuck to his dress thing. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna go nowhere. I'm not gonna scrub on it with that brush. I'm just gonna try to meet it in my hands. Alright. Then I'll grab me some plastic weld and get back in my room, get my toolbox. See how I use this stuff. Way too much soap. It's a softer, squishier. They kind of like to release a little more than the other brand, the other plastics. Seems like a little gummier, kind of like the Star Wars, the arms and the legs and the heads, how they're a softer, gummier plastic than the body is. It must be molded, and then the body is sonic welded, so it must be a different. They must use a different plastic for that deal. Yeah. Try that. I'm gonna go get the plastic weld and see what happens if I can get that. It may like gum, but I don't know if it'll stick. What deal? Rinse that off, rinse that off, rinse that off. I'd wipe that down, but I'm using the towel. Alright, we'll go back to the table. What I said, you want to save some money, prepare yourself for projects. Okay, Plan D, Plan F, Part 1, Alright. Plastic weld. I gotta wake it up, and then I gotta wake my brush up. I think it's Sharpie. It's broke. It's not been glued before. Try scratching it with this toothpick. The Gorilla Glue. Let's see. Ain't no way. Chemicals. Get some sort of chemical, get some of that off, but I think it'll be okay. I don't think it ain't gonna bother me. It is down in the arrows, and then it's around the scope. Then there's a little scuff on the butt. Alright, I better check this here. I don't want my brush dissolving. I'm doing both. It's not clean. It's kind of an odd breaky. Yeah, this might work. Ooh, I'm excited. Now, if it'll work with plastic weld, preferable, it was bent and broke. Professional, because it'll be a lot less noticeable. But I'm gonna have to let her dry an hour. It was bent and broke. Yeah. It was bent. It was bent and broke. But plastic weld, awesome stuff. Could not be happier with the results of the product. Trying to look at it, double look, triple look. You know, kind of dissolve some of the glue. The marker that's got a scuff there. Alright, close that up. Close it up. I'm gonna call that. Okay, now, the whole point. Let's see, where we at? 25 minutes ago. The whole point of this. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah. And, don't need that. Don't need this. And the whole point, Freedom doesn't have his feet. I have an idea for that, but right now I'm over it. I just want to get this guy. I want to kid him up. Man, I don't look like a kid has ever used his teeth to pull that through. Should have done this while he was apart, I guess. Try to get his thing on. Getting closer. Just kind of push him with my thumb and with my nail. Oh yeah, that'll be good and tight. I think that'll help him in the midsection too, anyhow. Come on. Waiting for the plastic to relax and catch up. Yeah, there we go. Does it go on the front or on the side? Is it on his side or on his hips? Maybe I'll turn it so it doesn't look as weird. There we go. There we go. I say it's like that when you. Sorry, I probably didn't see all that. There's a kind of expected. It's a red plastic painted green, so then the green is kind of coming off right in there. Let's see. His stand fell off. I just kicked it again. I kicked it this way. Let's see here. Getting back on the stand. Don't touch it and it'll stay. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Backpack time. I'm gonna take a look. Yep. Let's see, that way is up. The flaps on his bag point down. So, this way. Yeah, and then there's the indentation for the small of his bag. Man, that's a big bag. He looked pretty good with just his dress. I'm going to try to shove this rifle in his hand. I bet that glue, the weld that wants to soften that plastic, it softens it, and then while it's still tacky, it locks together. So while all that plastic is melting and having its reactions, it kind of makes it soft enough to kind of put it back into place. Well, where you going, Spirit? Come on. Too much peyote? Nope. Don't get the barrel on that side of his arm. I don't think he's going to be able to hold it. Nope. Probably why it broke to begin with. Alright, we'll just have to wait and let that gun dry, the barrel dry. If I try to shove it in his arm, then really, straighten his arm up here. I wonder if I could get freedom. I'd be able to get freedom to balance on his arm. You could use some blue tack, but then you'd see blue tack. It's that same bird that comes with that other dreadnought guy. They just painted his face white. Then he'll go like that somehow. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I think I might have to hit that with some more plastic weld. So, yeah, I give up. I just have to put that back and let it dry and go outside and drink some more coffee. Thanks for watching. That was fun. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I'm half defeated, but I'll get it here in a minute. You don't need to watch all of it. So, alright, I'll break this back out. Let me use that toothpick. I don't think I can get that toothpick down in there. Thanks for watching. See you. See you later. Bye-bye.